And the 2024 Game Awards has now just wrapped up, and honestly, it's been a very surprising year. It's been one that I wasn't expecting to get as much out of as I have, to be perfectly honest. And in terms of the awards themselves, well, I'm just going to quickly jump the gun because I'm not going to go over every single reward category here. Astrobot won the Game of the Year award, which shocks me. I honestly thought it was going to go to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, and I'm so glad that Astrobot got it instead because I still don't think that DLC should have been included in the category at all. But hey, you know what? I hear Astrobot's a bloody brilliant time, and the fact that the entire gaming industry got roasted on stage as well by saying that games should be just sold as a single product with no microtransactions and no bollocks like that. It's honestly, it was really refreshing to see. It's really, really good to see. I'm kind of glad about that. But sadly, for a lot of people who are big fans of Valve and Half-Life, there were plenty of rumors that Half-Life 3 was going to be announced, and unfortunately, yet again, that was not the case. But to be honest, I was kind of like secretly hoping it would get announced, but I knew it wasn't happening. It's one of them situations where, you know, I don't know if we'll ever get Half-Life 3. I don't expect it anymore. If it happens, great, but I don't think it's going to happen. But for now, we got a bunch of other game announcements that are really, really cool. And to start off with, I'm going to start off with the very big one that got announced. Okami 2 just got announced, and they got Kamiya back on top of the duties of directing the game, and I'm very much looking forward to this. I still haven't actually played the original Okami. I've owned it for years, and it's one of those games that's always eluded me. But it's also one of those games that I also understand was one of those, fantasy games. It's one of those games that are never getting a sequel in a lot of people's minds. It's one of those people's dream games, and I'm so glad to see that get announced. In fact, when I was watching the Game Awards, when that popped up, I'm like, you what? It's one of them situations. It's going to be a really cool one. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the game. I'm looking forward to seeing the gameplay, and I'm definitely going to be playing the original Okami at some point in the future because, I want to see what I missed out on. I want to catch up with the series and get excited for the sequel. Following on with that as well, we also got a new Sonic Racing game announced. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds something or other. I forgot the name of it. And there's not really much to say about this other than, they showed like a 10-second trailer. To be honest, I don't understand the point of them even having a trailer for this game because it was so minuscule in the grand scheme of things. But it's one that I'm hoping does better than the previous racing game because Team Sonic Racing is a racing game that I enjoyed. No fucker bought it, and no fucker's going to probably be playing it much anymore either. So it's one of those things that I hope this one comes out the gate swinging. I hope this one does a lot better, and for the love of God, please include crossplay because these type of racing games do struggle a lot. Like, I play my games primarily on PC, and kart races do not do well on PC. If there's no crossplay, well, the game's gonna die very quickly, which is a shame. And on top of that as well, another game got announced called Shadow Labyrinth, which bloody has me scratching my head. It's basically a dark, gritty Metroidvania looking take. I don't know if it is a Metroidvania, it kind of just gives me that vibe of Pac-Man of all franchises, and now I kind of understand the weird secret level show episode about Pac-Man. Now I kind of understand why they went in a really weird direction with it. It was actually a secret trailer for this game, and yeah, I like the look of the game, to be honest. It looks interesting. It looks like it'll be a really, really cool time. And I'm definitely going to be giving that a go when it launches sometime next year. I think it was 2025 this one was geared for. And then we got to move on to Sony, because Sony, I've been vocal mostly to my friends. I haven't really made many videos about this, but I've been pretty vocal about Sony with the PlayStation 5 and how the PlayStation 5 in general is a machine that I just don't think is worth buying. And that is largely because, well, there's no reason to buy it. Almost everything on the PlayStation 5 comes to PC. So at this point, I'm just not bothering anymore. And, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling tale because now two exclusives for the PlayStation 5 have now just been announced to come to PC. Both The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth have now officially got release dates coming out in the early parts of 2025, and I'm looking forward to being able to finally play these games because I've never played Last of Us 2. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, same deal there. Haven't played it, and I loved the first one, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they change up the story of Cloud Strife. What can I tell ya? But Sony has also gained an exclusive as well, which actually looks like a really interesting game from what we've seen so far. So far, we haven't seen gameplay. It's all been CGI, like a standard trailer. Although I think they said it was in-game engine, so it's not really CGI, but that's irrelevant. Called Intergalactic, which is a game developed by Naughty Dog, and again, we don't have too much to go on it, but it looks really cool. I want to see what Sony are cooking with it, because it's kind of cool to see Sony go and branch out into, Naughty Dog specifically, branch out into games that aren't just your typical gritty, over-the-shoulder games, Capcom have also been kind of swinging out of the gates with a new Onimusha game, which is one of those franchises I've never played, but I always hear people gushing about. And a new one's coming out to Horizon. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I might have to go back and check out the previous entries as well, because it's one of those Capcom game series that's eluded me for years. I've heard great things about them, so I need to go and do it. And also on top of that, Sega have also been kind of swinging out of the fences. I mentioned the Sonic game earlier on, but they are also bringing back Virtua Fighter, which, for people who don't know, Virtua Fighter used to be one of the top dogs of fighting games out there. It was competing with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, and they were all really good times. And I think it was it Virtua Fighter 5? I forgot the number. I think it was 5. After that, they just vanished. It's been like 15 plus years, and we haven't had a new Virtua Fighter in that entire time. So it's really cool to see that make a comeback. And it's also been developed by Ryuga Gotoku Studios, which, as you folks may know, are the team behind Like a Dragon and Yakuza. They're also making another new game, which looks really cool. Looks like it takes place in like 1960s Japan. And I'm curious about that. It's going to be an interesting one to check out too. But it's still a bit too early days to really see what's going on with it. It looks like it's following the original Yakuza formula, so we'll have to wait and see. Turok is also making another comeback, which I hope this one does better than the last time Turok came back, because I remember the last Turok game didn't do that well. But, the original Turok trilogy are classic games, the classic games where you run around, you're stabbing and shooting dinosaurs, fighting and shooting aliens. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this one turns out. It looks like it could be really good fun as well. Borderlands 4 got announced. It looks like Borderlands. If you play Borderlands 3, you play Borderlands 2, if you play Borderlands 1, you're probably going to like this. It looks exactly the same, to be honest. I have no strong feelings about this whatsoever. I like Borderlands. I've played the first game. I completed the first game, played the second game, didn't finish it. Played the third game, didn't finish it. So I'll probably play this one, and I probably won't finish it. At least not right away. But yeah, it looks tall. It looks like Borderlands. It's a thing. Next up is Dispatch, which is a game being developed by a lot of the same folks that made A Wolf Among Us and a bunch of other Telltale adventure games. And this is a superhero story-based game where you are basically an ex-superhero from the looks of things. And in order to sort of build yourself back up, you become a dispatcher to tell superheroes where to go to stop crimes and stuff. And honestly, it looks really, really cool and really, really unique. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up and giving it a go. I like the look of it a lot. And then there's also Double Dragon. That's making a comeback, which I don't think they showed gameplay for, so I haven't really got much to go on other than, hey, cool, Double Dragon's coming back. That's a franchise that's Well, it's been a long time coming. And of course, The Witcher 4. And that looks. Well, we haven't seen gameplay, but Ciri is now the main character, and I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to seeing what this starts off with. Because from the sounds of things from the trailer, it looks like it's going to be starting off maybe a new trilogy. And yeah, I'm going to be definitely picking it up. The Witcher's always a good time. I need to get back and actually play and finish Witcher 3, as well as actually play the first two Witcher games as well, because they are always. They've eluded me for years. I owned Witcher 1 and Witcher 2. I know Witcher 1 is apparently a lot of jank and a bit tricky to play by today's standards, but it could be worth checking out, so I'll probably get to that at some point as well. And Josef Fares has a new game coming out called Split Fiction. And much like his other games that he released, it looks like it's going to be a fantastic co-op experience. And honestly, it looks really, really, really cool and unique. It looks like there's a lot of like different ideas going on at once. I'm looking forward to trying that one out. It's going to be another one I'm going to be picking up. And yeah, Outer Worlds 2 also got announced. And much like with a bunch of the other games on this list, I'm way behind with my gaming, so I need to actually play through Outer Worlds 1 and actually play it, because I've owned that for a long while as well without touching the game. And yeah, it is Outer Worlds 2. Not much else really to say about that, to be honest. It's should be good. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. The Overcooked developers are also releasing a new game too, which looks really cool. Essentially, it looks like a co-op game where one person's on like one side of the screen and the other person's on the right side of the screen. I couldn't really get a general idea what the gameplay style of this game is going to be, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. Overcooked, they're stressful, fun co-op multiplayer games. So if this is up to the same level of quality as, Overcooked, it'll be one to check out too. I can't remember the name of the game now at the time we're recording this, but, you guys will see the trailer in the footage, so the game name will flash on screen. And also, one of the lead developers from Shadow of the Colossus, the guys responsible for Ico, again, Shadow of the Colossus, and The Last Guardian, have a new game coming out as well, and unfortunately, the trailer didn't leave much to go on, but I'm interested in what they got coming out, because their games are always interesting. They're always unique and really. I don't know if I want to say thought-provoking, but they're the sort of games where you play, they all have a really defined vibe about them, So I'm looking forward to seeing what this game's got coming to it. Again, didn't show much in the trailer. There was a robot, there was a shockwave. That's it, really. And the final thing I want to talk about is also Elden Ring. There's a new Elden Ring game coming out, which actually genuinely shocked me. And it looks like it's going to be like a co-op Monster Hunter-y thing. Looks like you're going to be able to team up with some friends and hunt down bosses, which I think could be a really cool time, because Elden Ring, playing that in co-op and trying to take down bosses and make progress in that game with your friends, honestly, is really good fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this. If they try and make it a full-fledged co-op experience, it could be very unique and very interesting. And so far, From Software's track record has been basically 10 out of 10. I don't think anything from Software has been bad. So it's going to be something to check out as well. But yeah, all in all, like I said, the Game Awards this year has been a really big surprise. It's something I wasn't really going in with high expectations, and they kind of shocked me with how much got announced. Like, there's tons as well that I'm not even covering here that's got announced and shown too. It was a massive, massive one. But yeah, it was a cool one this year. I loved we got the Muppets on stage, and they were like heckling Jeff Keighley. That's always something that's nice to see, because I love the Muppets. Every time I see the Muppets, I smile. So it's a bonus. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Game Awards so far as well yourself, because it's an interesting one. This year's been quite a big one, if I do say so myself, and there's a lot of cool announcements, cool things coming out to look forward to. So yeah, thank you all for watching, folks. I shall see you after. Bye!